Oh, it never ends. I gotta run up to town and get a few things. And just that it doesn't end. But you know what? I'm gonna take the Colorado. I like the Colorado. So I'm gonna take Colorado up to town here and gotta get some stuff. And I'm really impressed with that kill stuff. Did I leave the key in here? I think I did. Now this angle is very challenging, so I gotta get up in here and go over there. Oh my gosh, man! And then start the truckie up. Get the day going here. All right, come on, folks, get in. They got these other guys. Come on. The German Shepherds really are just, they go in the house and they literally go right in those cages. Thank God. Thank goodness I'm making a little headway here in my life, because that's making a big difference in my obligations of me having to clean up dog poop and crap every day. One of my subscribers just said, hey, what happened to the Canadian Raptor? Yeah, like everything else, it's gone. Gone. All right, up to town we go. I think we're gonna get some rain. Gotta get the gate open without the home link. You know, oh boy, Chevrolet. Just can't get over how Chevrolet is that cheap, but everything adds up, right? And as usual, I'm getting a text from somebody wanting me to borrow money or buy something. All right, let's get on the road here. Now, those who are watching my channel, if this improvement of the where I live road takes off, if they get traction on this to redevelop this Route 15. So right now, my guess would be I'd be coming to a stop probably about right here. So this is probably where I'd be stopping. That would be my guess. So I would have to say that like this here on would be part of that new development. It would go that way as well. And the reason I think they want to use this, the reason they want to do this, I'll just drive around the neighborhood real quick, is because it is the easiest path of least resistance. Meaning there's no houses on the right here. This is all open field. This is already an existing path of a road. And see here, there's no houses. Now that's my parents and my old house here. But so this whole road, but if I'm correct, the road would connect like either here or it'd be over there, maybe in front of that guy's house. So it's all open land. And once again, so it's the easiest path of least resistance because there's no houses. Now, I'll show you when we get up further up the road and I go to town of why it'd be more challenging to be on the other side of this main road. So here we are, going round and round circles here. Just to give everybody an idea, and like Gail said, you know, I pray for a miracle all the time. So the question is, would I get some money out of all this? Would the county and the state reimburse me for lost monies and value of my property? You know, would they give me $200,000, $300,000 in depreciation of my property that I would think that I would have a 25% to 30% loss of value of my property because of how the road would then intrude in my privacy and just a very nice country setting, which is all going to be ruined. Or would it be half? Would they give me $500,000? So the odds are that road will bend and curve in this area here, and then they'll take this existing road and widen it all up. And so now this is going to be a 2-lane major road, meaning the whole road, which we'll go to here in a second, is now going to be right in front of my house. So now they'll cut left somewhat up here because there's a house up here on the right You know, would they bulldoze this house and give these people money for at home? I don't think they'll have to, because they can just move the whole road left. But there's a guy named John Kuhn that owns JK Moving and Storage. This guy was smart. He bought this land here, and it's a sanctuary protected preserve area. So they won't be able to take much of that. It'll now go to the right over here, where all these houses sit far enough back, where now all these houses are going to have a major road sitting in front of their property. And so then after that area there, they're going to have the capability to keep on staying right up here, because it's just an old farm that's, I'm sure, in agriculture status. And so they'll just bulldoze all of that, those buildings there. That guy may be being treated, maybe not. And so then the plan is for this road just to keep going straight up here, and it won't, this turn up here will in so many ways become a secondary street to get down to the church. So my guess is what will happen here is this now will keep going straight through the fields, and they're going to carry it way up the road here. And as I say, this just may be a dead-end road. My guess is this will turn into a road that, because they don't want to keep it open, because I would think it would create problems still, but I don't know. That's debatable on that. Well, I guess it could be, because there's the church we used to go to. So they're going to put all the road behind all of this and shoot it on further up, which I'll show you in a second. But so now this here, this is what's going to be going in front of my house. This right here is, if this is approved for the way they're proposing it, one of three different proposals. See, over across the street, there's too much going on. There's houses and homes and buildings and homes, and they further up back there on the backside. So now that road would go behind all of this in these open fields up the ways here. But see, like this guy here, this is going to have a huge impact on these small businesses up in this area. So that road would be over there now, and my guess is it would probably dump out in this area up here. It's going to probably come back in, I would say, maybe in this area right here. So this whole road is reconverted of all this traffic that is 45 mile an hour. This is 45 mile an hour traffic. So keep in mind, does it go to 35 miles an hour in front of my home? I don't know. So, think that through. I'm going to have so once again, this is major stuff, man. And it's going to be, and this road is an extremely busy road. So it'll be just a total drag for me, of now having never-ending noise in my front yard. And boy, I tell you, years ago, we had a chance to sell that property and cash out and make a lot of money. We never did do it. I've talked over the years to the wife, it's time to pack bags and move on. And it's a continued resistance. And now here we are, where we may have no choice but to leave, because we're not going to be happy that the home we lived in for so many years. For me, I've lived there for close to 34 years. 34 years I've lived there, and now to have 24/7 just traffic in my front yard all day long, yeah, you think I'm really going to be able to deal with that? Laying in bed at nighttime, the tractor trailers going by, people racing their cars, motorcycles, blah, 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 blah. Nah, I'd have to say that it's like, okay, give it I don't, even if it is approved, there's no way that'll be done next year. I think it's a good 2 years away. I would think it'd be 2027 to 2028 impact. So I think we'd probably have a good 2 years left to live in that home without all this riffraff coming in. But really sad, really disappointing. I found that property, 91, nobody was out here. I moved out here just for that reason, because I lived in a tanker truck and fuel truck and sales and everything else around the Beltway back in the 80s. And I remember people laughing at me for moving out in this area. And like, there's nothing out there. I'm like, but that's the reason I'm out here, because I live behind the wheel of a vehicle every day of my life. And I'm sick of all this traffic. I want to be out somewhere where nobody's around me. And that was the case. You go up to 1991, this road here, there's nothing. There's nobody on this road. 92, 93, 94. It wasn't until about 96, 97, 98, things really kind of started to change. And then you get into 2000 years, and it started to radically change. And so now, this is all about the road improvement here. They're relocating all these underground utilities because this is going to be part of that improvement of widening this road. But I don't know if this becomes now a 4-lane road up here. It may. This may be an area here now where it goes to 4 lanes and carries all the way up to 4 lanes, but it's going to still be an ongoing choke-off point of 4 lanes to 2. But at one point, they were talking about making 2 lanes and splitting it off, meaning 4 lanes, but splitting off the 2 lanes to go one way and go another way. So that's what's kind of confusing. But on the drawing, it shows 2-way arrows of going in front of my home instead of just one arrow, where they're saying they just keep the existing road infrastructure to go through. No, but look at this here. It's only 12:47, and this road is already extremely heavy. And it's like, I came home the other day this way. I regretted it like you can't believe. So today, when I come back home, there is no way I am coming back home this way, because the road will be all locked down. Yeah, so anyways, just, but the thing about life, as you get older in life, you come to understand things happen, and sometimes you just want to accept. You have to accept that things happen that force the hand. You have no more choice. You have to make a decision. And decision making for a lot of people is very challenging. A lot of people have a hard time coming to closure and make a decision. And they're very slow about it, or they just don't make a decision. And they just suffer through the pain. So wow, for me, but at the same time, you think about it, even for me, 34 years, September of this year, I'll be 34 years at home. Wow. That's hard to believe. It's just hard to believe. I was 28 years old. Was that my age when I moved into that home? And even at that age, I was like, how the hell will I ever afford this? But here we go. Afternoon. It's not even, it's beyond believable. It's Friday afternoon on this road. So this is everything that's going to come through my front yard. This is the amount of traffic that will always be going through my front yard once they do this. This is radical, man. So I'll be looking out my front window, and on some days you'll just see nothing but cars all day long. All day long. Wow. How sad that this is all I'm going to see. Yep, it's like, hey, honey, I think we need to start thinking. Yeah, I don't like this intersection. People come screaming up to this right here. They don't understand it. This guy here is getting ready to take me out in his little Chevy trucky. So yeah, what a shame, right, everybody? What a shame. Just will ruin that property. What a shame. Yep. Man, just how many punches? How many more punches can I take, everybody? Just seems like one punch after another, doesn't it? Where does something change in my life? Goes to just a different. It's just, what a bummer. Yikes. That guy in that truck, he just went racing by me like a madman. You think, man, some people are so out of control. Some people are just so violent. And I got to thinking, man, I even hate to even say this, But why did this really bad feeling just come across me about school shootings? It seems like this past year, the school shootings have really died down. Thank God. But I just thinking, here we come to graduation, peer pressure. I saw that guy in that truck go by me where he had an attitude. He had a total attitude in that truck. Something's going on with that guy where he's not happy and he's driving very aggressively in that truck. So I just kept thinking, wow, wow, everybody. Wow, I hate to even say it. Wow. But I think I'm right. The school shootings this past year have not been many. There have been, but nothing that we've witnessed. And so it's been very quiet, very quiet. It's not comforting. We can only hope the technology of today, of the social media and that they're beating it to the punch. I'd be willing to bet that that's probably somewhat true that we don't know about, that they have beat some radical things to the punch. And then, as you know, Elon Musk now the hate, it's the way mankind operates. When I get something out of you, I'm going to punish you. So now Elon Musk is on the page of punishing Donald Trump. Donald Trump's on the page of punishing Elon Musk. I mean, it's classic what we're witnessing here. Now, they're showing like 80% rains on Sunday. I think a cooler day. But here we are. So already, this is a Friday afternoon where everybody and their brother jumps in their car and goes places, gets their paycheck, whatever it may be, and it's already begun. And it looks like somebody's already gotten a car crash. So this is going to screw up the whole afternoon. And as usual, they won't get out of the road. It's like, once you have a crash, so I don't know what's going on. This guy here is taking a picture underneath the car. You move the car from the road, unless it's inoperable. So if these guys had a bit of a bumper contest, it's like, get your cars, move your cars to the parking lot, get the hell off the road. But you know what? They're not going to do that. They're going to sit there till the police gets there, and it's going to screw up all that traffic up there. Is going to be horrendous. And it doesn't end, does it, everybody? Yeah, so let's see what's going on, right? So, you literally want to go to them, go, get your cars off the road. Get your cars off the road. Get them off the road. And, no, they're not going to do that. They're just going to sit there and go, you hit me. No, you hit me. No, you hit me. Uh-oh. And here we are at the Costco, Gold Mine Costco, where everybody goes to Costco. This is funny. I'm going to get the exact same spot that I got the other day. So we'll take it as I hit this lady's cart. She goes, ah! Alright, do I live at Costco? Pretty much. This ain't hot to you. Where you come from, this is just peachy, nice and warm.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
It's happening.
Right there.
I don't have to worry about it, yes.
Right, buddy, your country...
Yes.
So, for like your seasons, do they ever get cold?
We are tropical, so...
Right. What country?
El Salvador.
Okay, so does it get cold in the winter?
No.
Really?
It's still warm, but...
60s, 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Right.
But it's no humidity like here.
Oh, really?
It's
Dry,
yes.
So in the summer it's 100, but it's dry.
Yes. But
Wow.
It's, that's why everybody...
It's like California.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I lived there. All right, buddy.
Take care.
Hey, good seeing you,
Where
man.
California?
San Francisco.
Oh,
up
okay.
north.
So south.
Yeah, it was even everything further north.
I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
See ya. Yeah, you get that message. Yeah. But, back in the 70s, it was smog city. I remember going down there to visit my friend that relocated from San Francisco to San Diego. And I remember, oh my gosh, it was bad. That was like 1974, 75. His mother drove us down there, and it was just like, ugh, you could barely breathe. All right, so what do we get today? I don't know. What the hell am I going to get today? Always something to get, you know that. The danger is you get here and you buy something you don't need. That's the problem. That's why Costco, there he is. Oh, buddy, how are you, man? You get a different position every day, don't you?
I was sitting there with you.
I know. You just have the right attitude, buddy. Hey, good seeing you. All right, so here we are, and so why do I feel like I'm a cheap ass when I bought the other one? But that one's more of a shaver, so I think that's more of the challenge. And what else do I need here, right? This is where it gets dangerous looking little stuff here. Let's see here. What's going on? As they say, you come here, you know what happens is you buy stuff that you don't need. That's the danger. All right, here we are. More storage. I'm looking down here, see if there's any leftover possible product that here's 100-foot one of these damn things, and I've been suckering that too many times. Yeah, I gotta remember that my buddy's coming out. So here's the. See, for me, this wouldn't go very far. To run my fence line, I'd run out of product. Yeah, so forget that. Yeah, that's the next thing you do. So I go to,
So, yeah.
okay, so the question is, do I go to Power Supply and get more product? But then I get motivated to run the fence line. Here is, so they're already going to clear out of you. All this summer stuff will be gone. Start all over again. So, there you go. Yeah, why am I here? Good question. Lemonade, dog food. Even for me, I had to go like, why am I here? Any more flowers or plants? Nope. And nope and nope. Peaches, nope. Got plenty of food. There's no reason for that. So, that's the good news. Not a lot of money to spend, thank God. Alright, here we go. See that? Can't beat that. The lemonade. Don't want the box. These guys are smart. They give you boxes to take home. So it's your problem, not theirs. Maybe you know that story? Probably most of you do. Now, I got 2 bags. 2 bags because with me leaving town, I'll get the wife all set up so that she can be good to go on that. And not have to worry about getting dog food. How about that idea? And I got that big ass container to fill up where they'll she'll be in good shape. And it's a Friday. How do you escape from spending too much money? Yeah, you just keep walking quickly. Friday, I'm amazed that there's not more people here in line because there usually is. Alright, now the question is what makes sense? So the express line makes no sense. I guess this is it for the Friday. Well, can't escape, man. It's always the money factor. All right, here he is. We've done it yet again. Spend money to support the animals, myself. Yeah, it's all about me, everybody. All about me.